into the Tristana. I really do think the Cassiopeia, more people should play it than just like the Cassiopeia mains. But it's going to be the Yone here. That's kind of spicy, and that's one of the things we talked about.
They're gonna force his bot dive and probably try to trade 1 for 1, if not 1 for 0.
All right, let's see it. Busio's going to lead the way. Shield of Daybreak to immediately start it off. First blood already. 2-4. Feeling great about his current state.
Yeah, one of the biggest things about getting your bot lane ahead, that's great. You unlock your support to get free time to roam as well. And then your support like ganks for you like a little Pokemon going towards mid and getting the extra flash there. And you mentioned it early as well, Licorice, but the grubs were going to be a priority for this team, FlyQuest. They're very happy to trade this dragon for grubs. Inspired was on grubs first. They're the ones that chose to go topside, grab that.
Just in the top side, taking away his camps. This is going to feel really bad once he walks in there and finds out. He'll probably also get chunked on the way in here.
Oh, meanwhile, Palafox versus Quad back in mid. That 1v1's not going the way of FlyQuest. Karthus ulti coming down. The Requiem sounds off, and it's going to be He's Orn. Just wasting the ulti.
Wait, it didn't even touch a time?
Yeah, it didn't get there. The Ornhorn ran him over, and now Inspired's about to get run over by the Dawning Shadow. Palafox gets the credit, but it looks like it'll at least be a trade 1 for 1 as both junglers drop dead.
Yeah, they were pinging pretty early on there for bottom lane for Masu to just go for tower. So they decided to pay just with turret plates here and see how many turret plates they
Honestly, I'd be happy with on either side of this team.
Ooh. Maybe not. Teleport from Huhi. Okay, the turret will fall, but can Huhi get the punish here? There's not really anything in the tank for Masu. The out-of-mana Ziggs isn't a whole lot of a threat. Gonna get clapped around a little bit here. The Requiem summoned up and Contracts. He's getting his stack.
They can't stay too long here for the NRG side. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna back off.
Yeah, no, they were just trying to get something in exchange for the dragon.
Palafox is level 11, Quad only level 10. Oh, Fate Sealed is not going to get him over the wall because Quad jumps in the way to cut the distance short. Now Busio's ready for the lockup, and Palafox is ready for the beatdown. It's Quad.
Top side objective in Rift Herald here, but honestly, to keep that Tristana split pushing on bottom side, just shove all the way up to secondary tower here, and FlyQuest also getting access to the Ziggs in mid lane. This tower's going down quickly too. That one's gonna explode. The double demolitionists are doing their jobs.
Coming in, but Leona's there, and so is Zyra.
Whippo using the Ishtal impact to bring Dokla a little bit closer to his side of the rift. As Quad shows up here with a TP, Dokla's ready to stand and fight. He goes all out. The Skarner ulti's not going to work because Dokla went unstoppable. Contracts ends up taking the kill, and Dokla's still fighting. Whippo needs a little bit more. Dokla tries to get away. The rock will not connect. Whippo tries to catch up. He needs a little bit more damage. He finds the slow here with a W1. More rock will get it done, and there it is. Whippo makes it a 1 for 1.
Yeah, I mean, a really good play from Dokla to call for the ult and to turn that around. Little jump scare there.
I didn't know he still had energy. Tries to continue pushing, make up some of this gold difference. Same time, Whippo's going to grab the tier 1 up in top, and the presence of each side. There's so many teleports in this game, I had to take an extra second to track them. Palafox, Masu, and both top laners having those ultis ready to go. Whippo goes in for the flash, locks him up, beats him down. Impact ready to go back in. Tried to say Ishtal's impact. I said impact instead. He's not in this game. Sorry about that. we got Palafox taking
through the mountains there. Looks like we got a little bit of a check though. NRG teleporting in.
All right. NRG's not willing to let this one go. Ornhorn flies out. Not really going to find a whole lot. Inspired gets knocked up, but there's nobody there to follow it up with anything else.
Palafox
NRG
TP'd in bot lane.
They got the 4-man play. Yeah, Palafox is coming around from the side. There's a 5v4 here for NRG. They will successfully push FlyQuest away. Answered my question themselves. They're saying it's going to be a Baron fight, and that's the name of the game. He's summoning up the Ornhorn. Shoots it back, but he ain't going to find much. Inspired with the flash away from the Fate Seal, keeping himself alive. His Contracts is going to be killed here with the very start by Quad. First kill of the fight. It's 1-0 for Fly. Now they're going to be the ones moving right back into the Baron pit. Baron reset, but only partially. Busio at half HP over the wall, looking to try to zone these guys away. Remember, there is no smite for NRG. Contract's dead for the next 25 seconds. Dokla still got most of his health bar. He's looking for an angle to get in here and try to fight these guys, but Whippo's got the Ishtal impact to push him right back out. Busio continuing to just try to zone Palafox away from any sort of participation in this conflict. Baron's down to about 2,500. Dawning Shadow ain't going to do nothing.
In the pit.
They're trying to go in. He wants to try to steal it away, but it ain't going to work because Inspired has secured the Baron for FlyQuest. The Baron gambit from NRG. It was risky, and the risk gets punished.
I hate to say it, but this summer, 2024, are we seeing the creation of a new meme, a new NRG Baron meme? Because they have been rough. We're going to still see Dokla.
Ooh, he goes all out between two turrets. That is not the ideal landing.
70 mana when they started it, and so if you watch the replay, you'll see him use like 2 more Qs on the Baron.
And now with the Baron being taken, they've lost total control of the Rift, so that earlier play that they made on the Drake just doesn't pay out at all. Here's another look at what went down in the fight. Meanwhile, back in live, we got another fight breaking out as the Fate sealed into the Ornhorn, onto Inspired, Stranglethorns on himself to try to stay alive through the dive. Palafox gets back away, and the Requiem completes what they were looking for. Whippo's ready to come in through the wall here. Goes after Dokla, but he ain't gonna find much. Mega Inferno Bomb half kills FBI with just the damage. 3-man pull coming out from Whippo. There's your impale from all 3 tails. A triple kill over to Masu on the Ziggs.
All right, FlyQuest are coming for the rest of the base. Here we go. Whippo's gonna lead the charge. Towers don't even scratch him.
He's just here to protect the minion waves. He's the bodyguard. The minion waves are the VIP. Just get him all the way in. Now he's going to be able to use his own teleport to rejoin the team. Remember that Masu on this Zig still has the satchel charge for pushing towards these Nexus turrets. It's still another 10 seconds before anybody else on NRG respawns. FlyQuest keeping the push alive. As soon as this wave arrives to the turrets, that's when I expect to see the Whippo TP. And yup, there it is. There's your first Nexus turret already gone. More on to the second. There's the satchel charge taking it out. Now FlyQuest trying to get themselves back away. Whippo here on the front line might get caught out a little bit, but the Skarner is so damn tanky. 2-man solar flare as Palafox tries to find some damage, but it ain't gonna work. Quad has already gone on a killing spree, and FBI just got knocked out. Masu going unstoppable, showing who's got the better long-range mage ulti, as Dokla will not kill anybody in the back line. Palafox with a soul unbound doing everything he can, but it just ain't enough. Another triple over from Masu, 16-5. FlyQuest crushes game 1.
FlyQuest are undefeated with new Skarner.
Yes.
What's your thoughts on NRG's comp coming into this game? Is it, are you a fan of it so far, now that the Alistar is now locked in?
I mean, it's a really straightforward front-to-back comp. Tank top.
Entire time is thinking, all right, this guy's only got 1 play. I'm going to circle back around after my Wolves. I left my Gromp up there on purpose, and then they're rewarded with the flash. But now...
Ooh, Busio doing a good job knocking Huhi around down here. A lot of damage back onto both supports, but it's going to be Busio that drops first because Contracts still gets his first blood. It took him an extra couple of minutes to get there, but he gets the punish he was looking for. Masu down to 100 HP. He's got to be careful now, too.
Yeah, if you're Inspired, you're looking at your bottom lane like,
we just talked about this.
He had to still be there. He had to still be there. That was his only option. And FlyQuest actually went back in for that trade themselves, investing their flash from Busio to go for it. And but him and Contracts really trying to take the early advantages from the first couple of plays and turn those early advantages into an actual game plan to win. So taking that and moving up through mid lane over to the Grubs to grab the Grubs for themselves this time around. A very good start here for NRG. Starting champion Trash Belt!
Yeah. She's the queen of the dumpster. As NRG is now going in for the play here in the bottom lane. Busio not level 6 here on the Alistar means he's not as tanky as he'd like to be, but he's tanky enough to get away. FlyQuest had Inspired down here in bottom, and it was enough to get the first kill of the fight. Contract still looking to follow up and see if he can get into this first Drake trade for the Grubs earlier. Inspired's going to show up, but I don't think he's going to be here in time. I mean, he has his spike to try to challenge for this if he wants, but it's already secured by Contract.
Still holds the Trash Belt, and that's not going to change hands here because they've rotated Ashe up topside, as you already saw, and are going to be able to finish it off.
Yep, easy peasy for Contracts. All 6 Grubs for NRG just feels great with your turret taking potential. Unfortunately, they don't have, like, you know, the Tristana and the Ziggs from the previous game.
We have the opposite mismatch where the Cassante is pushing in on the Varus, trying to get up there, but Whippo taxis to a minion again.
Yeah, and there, once more, you have that snap knockup on the ulti, but when FBI is in the middle of the lane, you don't have the wall bang, it's harder to get what you need in terms of locking him up. The Requiem not near strong enough to kill off FBI, and now it's a lot of problems for Whippo. He's going to be killed by the arrow from down. But now, they're the ones going after the Herald. FlyQuest has a couple of dudes nearby, but those dudes are not making their way over to the pit. Quad with a knockback on Palafox here, goes for the Tristana Insect, but instead has to flash away himself, nearly dies to the final Corky Rocket. Busio makes his way up, but it's not like he can even engage on Palafox here just yet. Goes for the flash, Pulverize, wanted to get the headbutt back into the turret, but it ain't gonna work out now. Huhi coming in to cut off that escape route. Busio has already used the ultimate, The unbreakable will might get broke after all. Who he wants to jump in here with a Zenith Blade and the Shield of Daybreak. Give the kill over to Palafox. My boy's eating burgers, and the cow is down. Rift Herald takes out that first turret. They're going to get the charge here onto the Tier 2. NRG loving these first 15 minutes.
That was a weird domino effect of people attempting insects on non-Lee Sin champions.
Yes.
First Quad tries to go for it onto Palafox. They both flash. Then Busio tries to get the knockback on.
Back underneath my turret. It's my favorite place to be anyway. Just going to try to play it safe. Has a teleport coming in. Has Huhi off to the side with a nice solar flare over the wall. Busio again. He's just so far away from any kind of hopes or dreams. The man is done. Bwipo gets dragged through the wall here with the all out. He's gone too. NRG are making these dudes look silly. He's getting his butt kicked this game. It is a tough game to be an Alistar that's behind the curve of things.
Yep. Receiving quite a lot of damage.
We heard from him back in spring that he had some really weak performances. Even for his own standards, he's just like, I expect better of myself. I need to step up. And so you want to see him be able to do that. As now Huhi goes in for the engage yet again. Bwipo having to flash away. And Busio just soaks way too much damage. Palafox hits him with the rocket. And Dokla gets some revenge on Bwipo from that first game. Inspired's going to die again now to a double kill back over to the Corki. The Requiem comes through, but FBI barriers through it.
But because they were able to zone off the chase from NRG there, they actually got value out of it.
Okay, we got a TP coming in. FlyQuest looking to make a move, but the move is already done. Masu with a critical error that foils any plan that FlyQuest might have had. FBI might be taken out here. Nope, not quite enough damage, but it looks like the Requiem should get it done. Palafox dies, FBI dies. FlyQuest might have just found an angle after all, as Huhi, Dokla, and Contracts just trying to walk away from this one. FlyQuest finally getting a little bit of momentum. I was worried as Masu died at the very start that any sort of a chance they might have had would have got foiled, but Palafox and FBI both end up getting punished.
That could happen. Quad to me
happen a lot.
Quad to me has been quite good on the Tristana. Karthus ultimate, since it was just used and should be around 50% at the moment. They force.
Okay, the target is going to be Busio. The Alistar is plenty tanky. Chains of Corruption flies out, but Dokla having to flash away now. Busio still alive at about 100 HP. FBI and Huhi looking to re-engage, but Huhi's going to be tackled back into the wall from Bwipo, looking to make his escape. Inspired goes on a rampage.
For those as like the solo re-engage. So FlyQuest are able to get the kill. I would say biggest, just get in there. And
yeah, just smack the stupid
there
thing.
We go.
There you go. Use those grubbies. But it's not like they've been stacking a whole bunch of dragons so far this game. It's not like this is going to be any sort of serious issue. And I think NRG are looking at exactly that. They're going in, they're starting up the Baron. They already used the Stranglethorns to enchant the plants to make sure they can rush this down. NRG are going to secure Baron Nashor, but now what about the fight? Bwipo has already got Palafox into the picture, and FBI is going to be gunned down by Quad. Masu with some lockup, one of the remaining players. Contracts goes over the wall and rides the Hex Gate back out, but the Requiem is summoned. NRG have disengaged.
While Lord Dom's completed as well for Quad, this Tristana is truly threatening, and they found a pick.
Yeah, it looks like they're going after Dokla here. K'Sante is not normally a champion you would look at and say, yeah, let's pick that guy. But when you got this much firepower, you might as well just unload.
Gold, the payment for Dokla's life.
Yep. And they will indeed do that. So although the pick comes in for FlyQuest, not want to go camping, he has allergies. He is not looking to spend time in a great outdoors. He is gone. And it looks like all of NRG now resetting their positions here.
Your Lord Doms. This is fully operational, fully maxed out, passive range.
And Palafox wanted to go for the recall, but he gets stopped instead. But Quad dies! Palafox with the outplay. Back to the safety of the base.
Cow versus Plane. Palafox escapes on the bottom side.
That's a tough matchup.
Is he going to get to the fountain in time? He doesn't get there. It was right there.
He crashed right before he made the return flight home. Now FlyQuest looking for their 4v4. Huhi, the target here with the start, but that's not a very good target. Bwipo going to be turning that right back around into FBI, looking to take down the Ashes. Inspired's going to be taken over the wall with the all-out coming in from Dokla. The first kill going over that away. FBI still running, but he's also still gunning. A TP from Quad ready to reinforce the lines because he's... NRG still looking. Quad again, the power of this Tristana being able to buffer through the arrow with a rocket jump up. Whippo's down to 1/4 HP. Who he's still looking to chase him. Locks him down with a Zenith Blade. Whippo jumping right back into the fight, looking to take one with him. FBI drops. Dokel's about to fall here too. Busio's on the hunt and Quad is on the chase. NRG are still trying to outplay it, but the damage from FlyQuest is way too good. Palafox finally swoops into the fight, and now it's Masu and Busio and Whippo trapped behind enemy lines. A triple kill over the Contracts. Feel the Thorns embrace. Palafox will finish off this team fight just how fast they burn this. This was Zyra and Corki. That was mostly just a two-man Baron. FlyQuest know that, yeah, you can still give this one away. They're not on 3 Drakes as well. You're not giving away the soul itself, but it looks like they want to fight. Busio trying to be the first one in, but it's going to be Whippo leading the charge instead. Stranglethorns placed down as Inspired has to try to flash away. Dokla's going to be traded for him almost. The Requiem summoned up. Masu getting back over the wall here with the glance. Busio with a 3-man knockup. FlyQuest still trying to find the fight, but it ain't going to work. NRG, they're just stronger. He finally dies in the back end of things, but Whippo will not be able to escape the perma slows of the Ash. He will not take FBI with him. It's a 4. Yeah, this inhibitor tower, they are both cooked, my friend. Quad is going to set up and try to defend here at the 2 Nexus turrets, but it's still 10 seconds on Busio. It's 15 on Inspired, and the first Nexus turret is not looking too strong. Turret destroyed by Contracts. The arrow ain't gonna hit Quad. Quad just trying to stop him in time. 1 second left in the Alistar. NRG going for the end of the game. NRG, they're taking us to game 3.
Well, NRG showing they're kind of happy actually with it, even though they didn't abuse the very beginning of the early levels. They still get to move on up for grub. Support is getting a little sneaky.
Yeah, Contracts knows the timer on these chickens because he stole the last one away, and it just means that it's so easy for Huhi to... Yep, Huhi wanted to make the play there. Whippo recognizing that if he gets headbutted back in the Dokla, he's in some trouble. But now FlyQuest is making the moves on Palafox. They lock him up. Palafox can't get away from that one. And Quad takes the kill. FlyQuest tie the kills up 1-1, but it's NRG starting up the grubs. They've already taken the first one in this second trio. As he wants to Hex Flash over the wall. He might just Hex Flash into the waiting arms. He's ready to go for the flank. Kaisa flies in, and FBI is ready to kick these guys' doors in. Contracts kills Whippo, and Quad flies away back underneath the tier 1 turret. NRG get a single kill, and they secure control over the river to get the rest of these grubs.
Yeah, I mean, a few really cool things happened there. I mean, it was a really good heads-up play. Whippo knew he was getting ganked. He instantly pops his ulti and then looks for the target that is going to be isolated because NRG set numbers top.
Whoa, Masu with the barrier staying alive, trying to get away from Palafox! Palafox wanted to show up to defend that turret. They still lose it, and he misses out on the kill on Masu. The barrier was the X factor to keep the Ezreal alive.
Yep, and the flash at the end.
Their response to, they had 3 grubs already, so they're like, Masu, just get ahead. And then he got a free extra kill.
Contracts making the move here, tries to dive onto Whippo. Huhi ready to flash forward, follow this one up. The Twisted Fate is not long for this world, and it's Huhi taking the kill credit. Busio can escape with enough HP to not be threatened himself, but with NRG pushing into this top side, it's making room for Palafox to knock down plates on this top lane tier 1 turret. He'll definitely get the 4th one. 4, 3, nope. Nope, just barely missed out on it.
This is the same tower that triggered your OCD with the turret plate.
Yeah, look at how much health it lived by the way. It's the exact same amount that was left on the plate.
This thing is trolling you, Flowers.
This story has lasted the whole early game. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it's problems for NRG. I was distracted by the damn turret. And
FlyQuest already know that this move towards bottom's happening.
Ooh, Contracts tries to use the ulti there on Quad, but it ain't gonna get him a whole lot. Whippo with the red card over the wall, only finds Huhi. Solar Flare, accurate enough to get the full stun. Huhi's trying to get away, but he cannot survive the damage from FlyQuest. Palafox with a rocket jump for the escape. Dokla wanted the flank, but now he has to flash back over. He put himself in the wrong spot. Dokla, one more rocket will take him down, but it's Mystic's shot to get the kill credit. Afraid of Huhi and FBI. Ooh, Arcane shifts
the wrong way.
Right into him. I don't think that was ideal.
All right, NRG trading Masu for the Rift Herald. not bad for them.
All right.
It's part of the mental game.
Yes, that's what I do when I arcane shift on top of my opponent in a 1v3. I'm like, yeah, you're terrorized up in the brain, aren't you?
He was 1v2ing them early on in the game.
Yeah, Quad's now going to be your target as my monitor is frozen, but we're going to try to cast off of the noises. Okay, looks like Dokla's actually dead to Quad, so Quad gets one back here in the 1v2 trade.
Yeah, that's really good. That's good for Quad.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah, you'll take that. You'll take that. If you're Energy, that's not very good. You are not super happy about that one. If you're FlyQuest, you're loving this. You're having a great time. Incredible engage angle from Energy is going to be almost impossible to win.
And FlyQuest are really well set up to spread the map right now. Bwipo double summoners.
4,500 gold as Contracts loses his flash. As soon as you see that TF ulti above you, you know you might be in some trouble. Who he flashes for the pulverize, but the headbutt ain't gonna find anybody here just yet. Bwipo finally gonna be knocked forward, and Contracts goes on a rampage, grabbing the first kill. Quad takes one out, but he's gonna be traded back now too. Energy have found themselves a good fight thus far, and Busio is gonna be your next target. They try to launch Cassante forward for the third in Tofo strike, but he does not find the knockup. Inspired still slowing these guys down here with the Rylai's, a little bit more damage, and it's true shot Barrage.
Again, the starved top laner.
Oh boy, we ain't done yet, boys. Bwipo's in some trouble, trying to get away to the wall, maybe flash out of this one, but he doesn't have any summoner spells. Palafox finishes the job, and now Rocket jumps back over, ready to re-engage back into Busio. FlyQuest is losing dudes, and they're losing them fast. Inspired has to try to get away back over the wall. They're not gonna find him with a Void Seeker. Energy, they've traded 2 for 1. They got a 4v3 on the map, but their health bars aren't looking so great. Quad and Masu.
Dokla charging in on the Cassante, but they can't chase down the extra one, so then trying to run away.
Away from the mid lane, gold card hits FBI. He ain't gonna kill him, but getting out that cleanse is huge. There's a solar flare to follow it up. They lock down the AD carry, but it's the top laner who pays the price. Dokla falls, and Masu goes on a killing.
Because the last few fights, like, haven't been going their way, and I don't think the game is going to get any easier for them as the time goes on, so looks like they're turning off the Baron and trying to fight here.
They're ready to turn it. Contracts goes in for the engage, and Palafox has already killed off Inspired. Bwipo returns one onto FBI as Contracts goes golden, trying to stay alive for an extra second. Quad doesn't die to the Ignite, and who he thought he might have been able to kill him with just the burn, a double kill back over to Bwipo. Quad still got about 200 HP. It's him and Busio. Bwipo all just now turning back over onto the Baron. Quad still has his TP. He's going to go back into the jungle at the same time. He doesn't want to die to some random Baron puke. Now he rejoins. Now he's got some extra health. Now FlyQuest is wearing purple.
And this is all just because of that mid lane pick. Pick power, walking around threateningly. It's the Leona ultimate that does land at tower.
Oh, and FBI's already dead from the Strangle Thorns. Looks like they're going to follow it up with another one almost on Dokla. 200 HP left on Cassante. But with the enemy carry dead, with the top laner at death's door, it's so easy for FlyQuest to just strong-arm their way into this base. Mid lane inhibitor's already down. FlyQuest are not done. They are looking for Nexus turrets. Contracts here in the front. He's going to get stunned up before we can do anything. That first Nexus turret's still in trouble. Bwipo having a flash away as he would have been in a really bad spot there from the headbutt out of the Alistar. Busio underneath the turret looking to tank up that aggro as Bwipo goes on a killing spree. And there's another one of those huge playmakers for Energy no longer in the picture. Dokla trying to stay alive, but this is the squishiest Cassante I have ever seen. Quad don't care, and Energy are on their last legs. Contracts again with the stasis, just trying to make some sort of a last desperate attempt, but it ain't gonna work. FlyQuest bringing back those reinforcements here with a TP as FBI respawns only to die. Palafox wants to get on out. Quad needs one more rocket. He's still chasing. It doesn't even matter that he doesn't get it because the Nexus is under fire. FlyQuest with an 11,000 gold lead, 29 minutes into the game, win the series.
Yeah, they finally found that pick mid lane they were looking for, quickly turned it into a Baron, and then just won the game instantly.